Hello, this is the luckiest maths teacher in the world. Thank you so much for tuning into this video in which we will use equations to solve worded problems. So in these ones, you have to come up with the equation yourself and then solve. Follow these steps. Firstly, define variable. So you just let x equal whatever you're trying to find. Second, you form an equation, so you rewrite the words with mathematical symbols as an equation, and then you can just solve as normal using the techniques learned in previous lessons. So let's look at an example. The perimeter of a rectangle is 180, length 24 centimeters more than the width. Calculate the length and the width. So in this question, we are asked to find two quantities, length and width. So when we come to define a variable, we're just going to let x equal one of those things. So let's just let x equal the width. I think it's easier if you let x equal the smaller quantity. Now, the thing is, we can't define the length using another pronumeral. We can't let y be the length. We don't know how to solve equations that have two variables. In fact, they would have infinitely many solutions. So we've defined the width as x, we need to define the other quantity in terms of x. In other words, when we're writing an expression for length, it has to use the same pronumeral, also an x. So if the width is x and the length is 24 centimeters more, the length is going to be whatever the width is plus 24. That means 24 more than x. So we have used the same pronumeral to define both quantities. That's step one done. That's what it means by define the variable. So secondly, we're going to form an equation. So the perimeter of a rectangle is 2 times width plus 2 times length. It's length plus width plus width. We're told in the question that that equals 180. So we've rewritten this information using mathematical symbols. Now we can just solve as normal. So as we've learned previously, when x is in more than one spot, you need to first get it to one spot. So here what we're going to do is we're going to expand the brackets. 2 times x and then 2 times 24. Now, 2x plus 2x is just 4x. So that's what I meant by getting x to one spot. Now x is in just one spot. So to solve this equation here is easy. Now that x is in one spot, we are going to subtract 48 from both sides. And then we're going to divide each side by 4. So 132 divided 4 is 33. So you need to make sure you actually answer the question. The question didn't say find x, it said calculate the length and the width. So you need to state what they are. So we just found x, which is the width, is 33. It'll be centimeters. The length is 24 centimeters more, so it will be 57 centimeters. All right, then we're done. Let's look at another worded problem. So let's look at this question here. I play my friend in tennis. Each time I win, he pays me $10. Each time I lose, I pay him $5. We've played 42 times and I've won a total of $45. How many times has each of us won? So once again, we are being asked to find two quantities here. So we're going to start off by letting x equal one of the quantities. Okay, it may not be obvious here which is the greater quantity, so let's just let x equal either one. So let's let x equal number of wins for me, the number of times I have won. So how many times would my friend have won if we've played 42 times? Well, just think, how would you figure that out? If you knew how many times I had won, how would you figure out how many times my friend has won? Well, you just subtract it from 42. If I'd won 20 times, then he would have won 42 minus 20, 22 times. So however many times I've won, you subtract that from 42, and that will be the number of times my friend has won. Okay, I have defined both quantities that we need to find using the same pronumeral. You can't use a different variable or a different letter to define two quantities, because then you'll have an equation that has two pronumerals. We don't know how to solve them. Okay, so step one's done. I've defined the variable. Step two, let's go ahead and make an equation. So how much money do I get? Well, I get $10 for every time I win. But then you have to subtract, you have to take away $5 for each loss, and the number of losses is 42 minus x. So that, I'm told, adds up to 45. So $10 per me winning, taking away $5 for me losing, gives me 45 in total. Once you've got this equation, the hard work's done. We're going to get x to one spot by expanding the brackets. So 5 times 42, so negative 5 times negative x is positive 5x. All right, now I'm going to collect like terms. 10x plus 5x is 15x. So now I've got an equation where x is in just one spot. I can solve this easily. What I'm going to do is add 210 to both sides. I get 15x equals 2, 55 divided by 15, I get x equals 17. So once again, I'm not done. The question didn't ask me what is x. It asked how many times has each of us won. So x was the number of times I've won. So I won 17 times, and because we played 42 times, that means the friend won 25 times. 42 minus 17. Because 17 times 10 is 170, so I won 170 in total, but I had to pay 25 times 5, 125. That's how I ended up with $45. All right, let's now look at a harder question. So Matilda is 9 years older than her brother Finn. In 4 years' time, she'll be exactly 1.5 times as old as him. How old is each person now? Once again, we're asked to find multiple quantities. We need to find Matilda's age and Finn's age. We have to use the same pronumeral or letter for both of them. We can't use a different variable. We don't know how to solve equations with more than one variable. So what we're going to do is let x equal either of the quantities. I think it's always easier to let it be the smaller quantity. So we're going to let x equal Finn's age. So Matilda is 9 years older. So her age is whatever Finn is plus 9. So now we have to turn this into an equation. So this is talking about in 4 years' time. So in 4 years' time, Matilda is going to be x plus 9 plus 4. So her age in 4 years is just whatever her age is now plus 4, which is x plus 13. That's her age in 4 years. So in 4 years' time, Matilda's age will be 1.5 times Finn's age. Now, Finn is x, so in 4 years, he will be x plus 4. This is just rewriting what is said up there. Matilda's age in 4 years is 1.5 times Finn's age in 4 years. So let's go ahead and solve this. So we're going to expand the brackets first. So I got 1.5x plus 4 times 1.5 is 6. So what we're going to do is we're going to subtract the pronumeral with the lowest coefficient. The coefficient here is 1. So that's the lowest coefficient. So subtracting x from both sides. 1.5x minus 1x is 0.5x. So we've got 0.5x plus 6 is 13. Subtract 6 from both sides. So the way you undo timesing 0.5 is dividing by 0.5, which is the same as timesing by 2. 7 divided 0.5 is 14. So we're not done. We weren't asked to find x. We're asked to find each person's age. So we just need to actually go and write that. So Finn is 14 years old because x was Finn's age. Matilda is 9 years older. So Finn is 14. Matilda is 14 plus 9, which is 23. So in 4 years' time, Finn will be 18. Matilda will be 27. And of course, 27 is 1.5 times 18. All right, thank you so much for tuning into this video. This has been the luckiest maths teacher in the world. Have a great day.